And we're back with the EDH deck. Now we have a Changeling Titan. He also champions a creature, which helps because whenever this dies, it will bring the other creature back, which is awesome for allies. Alright, and I have another mana ramper, Harabaz Druid. I can tap him for any one color, and the amount is how many allies I have out, which is really good. It makes my deck really fast, especially if I get him out. Orange Survivalist. Whenever he or another ally enters the battlefield, he gets a +1/+1 counter. I have Great Belt Hunter. He has Trample, and whenever he or another ally comes to the battlefield, he gets a +1/+1 counter. Now, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck because I have a flying weakness. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, it loses flying until end of turn, which is great because I have nothing but ground creatures. And also have one more flying creature hate. Whenever Tajura Archer or another ally comes into play, it does that amount of damage to the flying creature, or to the number of allies on the field. And I have a Worldly Tutor. I can search for a creature and put it on top of my library. I also have Chameleon Colossus, which is pro-black, Changeling, and I can pump it up. I can pump it up for 2 colors and 2 green to make it +X/+X, where X is its power. So if I actually pump him up enough, he can screw someone up. And plus, since he's a changeling creature, he can also be considered an ally. Now on to the white. Kazandu Plademaster. He has First Strike and Vigilance, and whenever he or another ally enters the battlefield, he gets a +1/+1 counter. Now this ally isn't really necessary for this deck, but I put him in here just for the heck of it. Because whenever he or another ally enters the battlefield, I gain life to the number of allies. I also have Otherworldly Journey. Good kill card defense. Because whenever someone will try to kill one of my creatures, I'll just exile it till end of turn and it'll come back with a +1/+1 counter. Rootburn Defense. Good. I have this for just board wipe defense, not really for the populate. Kabir Invigil. He is also one of my better allies because I can choose a color whenever him or another ally enters the battlefield, and all my allies have protection from that color. So I can basically just call a color. If it's 2 colors that they have, I'll just call one of the colors, I swing, they're dead. I also have another board wipe defense here, Face Reward. I will just play this after they all go to the graveyard, and all my allies will return to the battlefield, and all those effects will go off again. Also, Join the Ranks, because, come on, it's an ally. It's an ally card. It helps. It makes 2/1/1 white soldier allies. Also have Talus Paladin. Whenever he or another ally enters the battlefield, he gets a +1 coastal encounter, and all my allies may gain lifelink. And I don't know why, but this is one of my favorite allies, because he is a 1-drop, and whenever he comes out, when the first time you put him out, he's a 1/2. And whenever he or another ally enters the battlefield, he gets a +1 coastal encounter. Also have Changeling Hero. He's Changeling. He champions a creature, and he has lifelink. Breath of Life. It's pretty simple to understand. You just put a creature card from graveyard into play. Now let's move on to blue. Seascape Airless. Now this is my only form of flying, because whenever he or another ally enters the battlefield, they all gain flying, which kind of counteracts the Bower Passage. Wait, no, not Bower Passage. Gravity Well. Kind of counteracts with the Gravity Well. I also have a MOBA Changeling, because he can be really fun. Because you can tap him for target creature gains all creature types, or you can also tap him for target creature loses all creature types. I also have Renegade Doppelganger. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may have Renegade Doppelganger become a copy of that creature. Which is really, really fun. Because, let's say one of my better allies comes out, I can have him become a copy, and it would do twice as much. I also have Back from the Brink. I can just pay the mana cost of the creature, and I can bring it from the graveyard to the battlefield. I can only play it as a sorcery. I also have Phyrexian Metamorph, which is really fun because I can have him come in as an artifact or a creature. I not only have him for allies, but I also have him for creatures that I just don't like, or creatures that I just really want to have on my side of the field. Or let's say someone has their general out and I just don't want it out. I'll just call that and it's dead. Also, that's why I have Clone. And Rite of Replication. It's so good. It's perfect for this deck. Because allies, come on. Think about it. I always kick it. I never do anything else. I never do it without the kicker. I have Sleight of Hand just for a little card advantage. Warrior Shapeshifter, because whenever this comes to the battlefield, it comes a copy of a creature. I have Seagate Loremaster. He is a drawing mechanism, because I draw a card for each ally I control. This is another one of my fun allies, because whenever Helmer Excavator or another ally enters the battlefield, target player mills number of cards of the amount of cards equal to the number of allies on the field. Alright guys, I'll be right back with the last part of my Allly EDH deck.